Aloha and hang 10, my Hexakin friends. So I am here. Yes, I'm late. What's new? Come on, you guys should be used to that by now. So it is what it is. I mean, I'm on island time now, so it's just the way things are, man. So with that, I've got plenty of things to go over. I've missed a lot of things. I've been out of the loop on a lot of things, and I'm not sad about it at all because I just got back from Hawaii. How's everybody doing today?
Hey, aloha.
No.
It's great, KNTX. Actually, you missed the snapshot, so.
Oh, is that what I missed?
No big deal.
No, not really.
It's a good thing I still have Hex and I sacrificed for Pulse then. So
Pretty much.
I thought you only had Bitcoin.
yeah, someone accused me of that not too long ago. I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" They said, "We heard on another stream that you sold all of your Hex." Yeah, that'd be a real smart thing to do. So
what stream is that? The piss stream?
that's exactly what I said. I said, and what stream was that?
Nobody except Brizology has some Bitcoin, I think.
No, I think he got rid of it all for sacrifice, man.
Yeah, did he?
I know
Yeah.
Tangent still has some Bitcoin, and I still don't understand why. Tangent, why?
I don't understand it. I like I said in a previous stream is I will when it drops to 10,000 just for shits and giggles buy one Bitcoin just to say, hey, look, I bought the 10K dip. So just so I can say, and Richard Hart was right. So I think KNTX needs a new watch with time zones. Yes,
Oops.
please.
Mm.
Preferably a Rolex Mariner. Let me know when you get that for me, and I will show you where to send it, my friend. So it was a lot of fun, guys. I had a blast. I waited 18 months to go on that trip. We paid for that trip it was technically longer than that. We paid for that trip in July of 2019.
Wow.
And so here I am 2 years later, finally taking that trip.
I know
Thanks
why you had
to-
to take it now, because otherwise, if you waited until one of your babies was big enough to actually have another seat, you would have to pay the delta, you cheap bastard.
Yes, I would have had to pay for another seat. I didn't have to pay for the baby because she was a lap child. Yes, it was amazing. And that's the only reason why we did it now. Yes. That and the fact that the resort said, wait any longer and you lose all the money you paid on it. So,
Boo.
yeah. So we said, okay, well, and we tried to go as long as we could. The governor of Hawaii believes in security theater because none of the shit that they think works to keep people from getting sick actually works. But hey, it's cool.
Now. How is the Aloha spirit though? Come on, tell us about the water, the sun, the surf.
It was awesome. The people were awesome. The governor sucks balls, but the people
All right,
are freaking
enough
awesome.
about the governor sucking your balls. Just
And he's gone. So
KNTX is going to do so well in politics, man. He's just going to
oh, dude,
tell people they suck balls.
I will be a torch. I guarantee. I will be a freaking firebomb thrown in the middle of the freaking of the Senate building. I almost guarantee it. So, and that's okay. And I don't mind being that guy. I don't mind being that guy. That's your yellow card. Next one's red card, Papa Bear. So yeah, it was a blast. It was a blast. The first time I'd ever surfed. Both me and my son, both time hitting the first wave, popped right up on our boards, rode it all the way in to the shore. Like I am hooked. Like I have to live either on an island or at least by the sea going forward. But there's got to be mountains nearby, which fortunately Hawaii has both. So
Big Island, man. Big Island.
The Big Island.
See you there. Yep.
All right, man. Sounds great.
I'll be
I'll
there.
show you what's what.
I'm just gonna have to have my own gym in my house because I'm not vaccinated, so the governor wouldn't let me into the gym. So
Gary will live in your house and cuddle up with you. You have your friend
well,
in the
that's
gym.
oh, I love it. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
But the food was amazing. So we had this grilled cheese sandwich stuffed with lobster and crab. Oh my god, it was so good. I guess it's a place that Guy Fieri's been to. It was a place in Lahaina, like right off the pier, called Down the Hatch. Oh, it was amazing.
Oh wait, that's the gay pub, isn't it?
That would make sense. That would make sense why the guy kept winking at me when you bring me my food.
Nah.
You want lobster and
The
crab?
orange card,
get
no.
yoked up. Yeah.
Oh, you got the shield delivered. I'm still waiting for my shield.
Yeah.
How long have you had that?
I got that about 2 weeks ago now.
Ah, okay.
A little over 2 weeks now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it has to go over the pond for you. But
Yes. Probably next year sometime.
But
But
gonna
yeah,
be just as long.
I should order one.
Syndicate t-shirts.
yeah, maybe they could ship both of ours
And-
together. Then.
And he's on that.
Everybody's taking turns a day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
shit,
time out
shit.
for you, sir. So that
Mark-
ship is literally waiting in the harbor to be unloaded. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, that seems to be the running joke, but seriously,
It's like people don't
literally.
pay attention. I've been talking about this for months.
Yep, it has literally been sitting in the harbor for going on almost 2 months now, just waiting to be unloaded, and so RG can run by the port of LA and pick it up. So,
Are there so many ships to be unloaded or what?
dude, there's like
Yeah.
70 ships parked outside, and each of them has
There's a
20
queue.
to 30,000 shipping containers on them.
Damn. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the crew are saying, "Can we get off anytime soon?
Yeah. Yes.
Somebody get us some Rice Krispies or
Exactly right. Can you guys send some fresh
Water?
milk? This 2-month-old milk is getting bad. Going
milk
bad. The
getting
milk
wrapped
going bad.
yeah."
Hey, Kinetics, but now you've become an island person, so can't you just get the help of the dolphin and then ride through
I was thinking.
get the shirts?
I was thinking.
Next Aquaman.
I was thinking me and
Watching
my
Too many
Hang 10
cartoons.
I was thinking me and my Hang 10 homies could just paddle out on some surfboards and pick them up,
Yeah, right.
ride them back in.
Yeah.
So
Shouldn't be that
Yeah.
hard.
Did you see the spinner dolphins and swim with the Honu over there and the nice beautiful green
I
turtles
did.
or anything?
I did actually. So Thursday when I ditched you guys to go snorkeling instead of being on the show,
Yeah, that hurt.
we did. We caught up with it. We're fortunate enough. Next week, you have to stay more than 50 feet away now that they've protected the spinner dolphins.
Yep.
While they're sleeping. So apparently, they're still those spinner dolphins are still super playful even in their sleep. They literally shut off one half of their brain and they just roam in and out of some of the calmer waters, the bays, and they're still jumping out of the water and doing flips and landing on their back and
While
they're
sleeping.
asleep while asleep, dude. Yes. So this is the closest they would ever let us. He goes, next week the new regulations go in. We got to stay more than 50 feet away, but we were swimming with it, like boating right next to them. They were going underneath us and popping out on the other side. Like I'll upload on Instagram some of the videos and stuff that I took, but it was amazing. And the little baby spinner dolphins are like the size of a football, and they're like about the cutest things you will ever freaking see in your lives. So
Next to Papa B, of course.
it's not even close. Not even close. As cute as Papa B is, it's not even close. I think the ugly green sea turtles were cuter than Papa B. But
I like those ugly green sea
Imagine the
turtles.
baby Papa B.
dude, so we went to where the pier had collapsed off of Lahaina. It's an artificial reef now, and they call it the. So we went to two separate places, but the second one we went to was this artificial reef where the pier had collapsed, and they call it the turtle cleaning station, where turtles literally the pier had just collapsed and it was just a nice flat piece of concrete at the bottom of the ocean, and the turtles were sitting down there, and the fish just come up and eat all the algae off the back of the shells, and it was so cool because we'd be sitting there and all of a sudden you've got tunnel vision when you've got these snorkel masks on, and next thing you know you look over and there's a freaking turtle just floating right next to you. Like not even like you're like afraid to even reach out because you're not supposed to touch the turtle, so you're like trying to swim away from them without actually swimming into them, and they don't care. They are the calmest, most serene things you've ever seen in your life. They just, hey, dude, what's up? Just chill, just look at you, kind of take a gulp of air, and then they'll just dive back down to the bottom of the ocean and sit there for 4 hours.
Do they have the Coke straws in their nose?
No.
Nope,
No,
never.
that's
Didn't say
kinetics
that.
in the hotel room.
That was
Hey, let's go out and enjoy the time. No, I got all this blow here. I can't stay in.
it's been a long time. It's been a long time.
Oh,
so
$2.
yeah, Bobby Hexelrod. I know it kind of sucks. The whole so the guy was hilarious that did our tour and our snorkeling. He goes, I love the spinner dolphins. He goes, the bottlenose dolphins, those things are assholes. He goes, and they're antisocial. And he goes, the other day I was fishing, I caught a fish, it ripped it off of my line and came up to the top of the water and showed me the fish in its mouth as if to say, it's mine, asshole, and then swam away.
Yep.
And he goes, they're jerks, man. He goes, I hate those things. But the spinner dolphins, they love people. They will play with you all day long.
I love this nickname, like Bobby
Hexelrod. Nice.
Hexelrod, yeah.
Yeah. I don't like the ones where they got the actual dolphins on site, especially when they're wild, like right on the coast. You can just go swim with them in the morning.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense unless you're like 5 years old and you can't get out there. But
yeah,
go and see this actual wild spinner dolphins in Hawaii. They're a beautiful thing.
Oh, dude, they are so cool. They are so cool. We went so when we saw the spinner dolphins, we were right off the coast of Lanai. Lanai is a freaking cool place. They have bighorn sheep, they have deer, they have pheasant, they have quail. Like they have a full-on hunting season over there, and I'm excited to go back. That's the 1%er island. That's what is Ellison, who owns what is the name of the big software giant?
Dell?
Oracle. Yeah.
Oracle.
So Ellison owns 90% of that island. He shut down both of the two hotels there, and it took almost 2 years to remodel them, and just paid everybody their salaries just to wait for him to finish the remodeling. There's like 3,500 people that actually live on the island, and he was our guy is hilarious. He was like, "Hey guys, it's kind of crazy. It's really crowded. There's a whole 10 tents up on the beach this morning." And so I guess the Four Seasons is never at capacity, but they charge like thousands of dollars a night per room to stay on that island. And but it's like your own private concierge hotel the whole time that you're there. So I'm going back there next time. That's where I'm going to Lanai.
Enjoy.
I
will. Go to the active leper colony on Molokai. Enjoy that too.
Yeah, so he told us all about that too. But there's only 2 lepers left. There's only 2 lepers left.
A pair of lepers. It's okay.
A pair of lepers.
You know what they say? A leper never changes its spots.
Oh my goodness. I think we probably just hurt somebody's feelings. So
I don't get the reference. So
somebody just got. So with my new pulse gains, I think I'm gonna buy Lanai from Ellison. So it's a pretty sweet place. It's one of those things. If you guys like hunting, and they do it responsibly. I was looking into it. They do it very responsibly. They don't allow over hunting. It's a very well measured.
I only like hunting when it destroys the earth.
I don't know what to say to that, man. I really don't. That's Right.
Well,
then you're in the,
it's normal for you, Markable, because you are Viking and like distraction. So
what?
That it's normal for you because you are a Viking and like distraction. So
maybe that's it.
That's what I would expect from you.
Plunder and pillage for someone else's food. That's what you do.
Oh, so what did I miss, guys? I heard there's a new app out. Someone made a desktop app, or it's a website actually, right? You
Oh yeah,
gotta play
there's
with
this thingy. Yeah, I forgot to check it.
stakehex.today. That's a
Oh
that's a
my
new thing
goodness,
now.
it's boner fuel. Absolutely. Have you
Yeah,
seen this thing?
I haven't got to play with it yet. No, RG.
Bring it up now. Take a look. Let's get your reaction. Come on, this is gonna be crazy. You're gonna chin dropping to the floor, tongue wagging out.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Shaking and sweating. I gotta see this.
Okay.
Bring it up on the big screen. Let's play.
I don't know what I'm doing, man.
You'll get it right away. Just when you see it, it's self-explanatory.
Yeah,
We can lead you through it.
Hey, does Bitcoin also have apps like this coming out every single fucking month?
Not as far as I know.
No, no.
So I gotta see this. I heard some pretty ridiculous numbers.
Wait, gajillion, starting with a gajillion dollars? Really? that's the way to really
easy.
Chill out, Kinetics.
Well, so we're gonna do 180.
180 stakes. All right, you can only do like 100 stakes.
Wait,
Hey, take the USD down, please.
What are you doing?
No,
insanity.
no.
Oh, great.
Why won't it let me do more than 100 stakes?
Yeah, because you're insane. He's saying you're too drunk to drive. Can you please?
I want 1,000 stakes.
So
I want to start
$1 million,
with
$1 million staked for 100 stakes over 555 days. 320 trillion. That's only 320 T-shares. We're okay.
Only? Come on.
I am not connecting my address. Fuck
no, you don't have to. You don't have to. Yeah.
Okay. Now what? Oh, there we go.
Boom. All right. Now, here's the thing. There's two things that you can toggle. Okay. First of all, just go ahead and slather yourself on the amount of gains that you see here.
Yes.
Look at it per year. Yeah.
Yes.
See how many bazillion dollars you got there? That's crazy, right?
Yes.
It's pretty much you can barely live on $25 million.
I can buy Lanai finally.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Well, look, 2030, 2031 or your 2032 is 2033. Okay, anyway, check this out. You started with something absolutely insane, right? But go back up to the top. Go back up to the top. And what you can toggle is the T-share hex payout rate is right there. So right now we're at 5.8, it says. And then you can you can pull that down a little bit from 7.
Oh.
To something more reasonable, and you can pull the final one down as well to something more reasonable over time. You know, and then you can also get the price of hex on the pink line with no hue. You can pull that down a little bit as well to something that a little bit less like absolutely freaking aggro, to something like $5. Yeah, and next year maybe $2 or something like that. You know.
Huh.
And then see how it changes everything.
It's just not enough. It's
not enough. No, then hype goes up to fantasy land. There you go. $54 next year. There you go.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there you go. $1 gazillion. $208. Oh, sure, why not?
How high does this thing go?
Is this financial?
Now we're talking.
That's right.
$1 billion a month.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Ah, now I like it.
That's what my stakes look like.
Hex.com. Get in while it's cheap.
That's exactly right.
I get $1 trillion every year.
I just need $910 million in
1
year.
the reason I chose $1 million, not joking around. Now, obviously, just throwing these up there just for fun. But the reason I chose $1 million is because I probably onboarded at least $1 million while sitting in the pool, in the pee poo at the resort this week.
Nice, the people.
So the pee poo. Well, it's amazing how much those people drink and never get out to go to the bathroom. So there's got to be a lot of pee in that poo.
Oh yeah, there is.
Oh yeah, there is. But see, and I don't drink at all, so it's not a thing for me at all to go ahead and hop out to go use the restroom when I need to. But I don't think I need to go as often as they do.
Remember those turtles that you thought were so cute and adorable or something? Do you know how they eat?
No.
All right, so they eat this like moss that grows. It's like a lichen that grows on the rocks, kind of close to the land where it's warmer water. And you know why the moss is very beautiful there and it grows so easily? because the urea from the actual turtles, they piss there, and it grows what they eat. So enjoy that next time you swim with them.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, the ammonia in their piss makes that stuff.
I am glad that the Earth works the way that it does.
It does.
Otherwise, we'd be sitting in our own filth.
For you.
That's right.
So those fat, pasty visitors are building their own lichen so they can eat and not get out of the pool at the resort. It's perfect.
That is awesome. They all look like lobsters by the time they leave the resort.
They do, don't they? After the first day, they're like, honey, I thought this 9 SPF was good enough for my,
I've been on enough
flabby body.
Yeah, I've been on enough tropical vacations to know getting burnt the first day is the worst idea. Do not be afraid to use sunscreen, or at least limit your sun exposure.
Yes, true.
So going back to this, literally, I literally talked to probably 100 different people about Hex, and one of the legacy finance guys that is a manager, I won't say which company he works for, but he works for a very large firm that does insurance and stocks and bond portfolios. He was all about the XRP, and I said, dude, then you're gonna love what I have for you, because if these guys don't win their lawsuit against the SEC, you're gonna be needing a new coin. So let me tell you all about this. And so I actually gave him my number, and we've been talking, and well, I haven't talked to him via the phone yet, but we talked quite a while in the pool. And unfortunately, a bunch of the people that are in my agency that were on this trip that also have bought Hex because of me talking with them, they've seen huge gains. They were able to back me up, like, dude, you wouldn't believe how much money he's made me over this last year. And so
that's awesome.
Yeah, so I told a lot of guys about this, and then of course I let them know that there is a publicly traded trust coming eventually, and so that he can actually sell these products to his customers as well when something like that happens. So I was pretty excited about it, and I giddy like a schoolgirl that a bunch of legacy finance guys wanted to talk about fucking crypto. I'm like, hell yeah, let me tell you about this. Let me tell you how awesome this thing is. Let me tell you the gains that we've seen already. So I was probably more excited about that than I was actually swimming around in the pool itself. Until the kid said, "Okay, Dad, enough talking about Hex. Let's go to the ocean."
You told us this was a holiday.
Yes, exactly right. So I'm pretty excited about what we've got here in front of us. And then people, it's funny because all the legacy finance people that I was talking to, people in insurance and in legacy finance, they just got it. Like, I don't understand why crypto people can't get it, but people that actually understand markets and people that actually understand real finance are like, oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, finally, like, you guys are actually building a product that actually does something that that replaces some of these bank products. They understand it. I don't understand why the crypto guys are so slow to get this.
Because the people in this space are children.
Well, it's not just that, but they have bags to protect.
That was funny. Oh shit! Pretty true.
Well, they just have bags, man. They have bags, and they don't want to admit that there's something better than their bag out there.
I guess, man.
Yeah. So then you're childish, no?
Yes, I agreed, 100%. Oh. Sandy B says they don't want to get it. They're following. They cannot help but not follow, you know. Oh, I gotta talk to somebody. Oh, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you, BMA. Long time OG Hexagon right there. BMA is.
Check this comment. Their souls
suck. So
the more this goes on, though, I'm still puzzled on how this gatekeeping is orchestrated behind the scenes.
Yeah,
there must be somebody pulling the strings. I mean, we're there 2 years now.
Yes,
and by now you would have seen like a Bittrex or a Bitfinex, just someone breaking out of that, that spell and just list Hex. But
yeah, it's really impressive.
None of them. So this is really weird.
Impressive.
I hope they don't. I really hope they don't. I hope that we can hold out longer than this.
This is a great time to be accumulating, guys. Like, I don't know
In
your
that
situations.
respect,
I don't know your situations, but on my timeline with my risk averse, now's the time to be accumulating more while we are still cheap. When people find out about this and the gatekeeping ends, oh my God, the way we're going to pop off is going to be, it's those numbers I was just showing you on that might be more than reality. So that might be conservative. Looking at a $40 hex, like
And
that could be
seen how
conservative.
well the chart is holding up right now. It's beautiful.
Dude, that sideways action just makes me so excited for the next jump up to the next doubling. The next doubling. We got 2 more of those, right, Wales?
Yep.
Just year alone.
This year.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still time. Plenty of time.
Oh, I'm so
and
excited.
You are, when you buy now, you get your double on Pulse side.
I think I'm gonna buy a private jet for hexagons that I think I'm gonna do it.
Hex jet, let's go.
Air Hex.
Air Hex.
Air Hex.
I like Hex jet better, man.
I kind of like the Hex jet. I kind of like that.
Hex jet.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
Never
It's
flies
gonna have
empty,
a
that's
wrap.
for sure.
It's gonna have hexagon wrap with a gradient.
And then please make the mistake, instead of a hexagon, make an octagon.
It
would be amazing.
Yeah, that would. You know that wrap adds weight to the fuselage, so maybe just let it go nice.
We'll just get a really fast plane, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Just burn more fuel. We got
Hex
money.
users
Go.
unaffected, man. No,
Hex users unaffected. That's right.
I gotta look good when I get to that airport. Come on.
I mean, buying an airplane or a helicopter doesn't make sense because there is no police in the air.
That's true.
No, nobody will catch you for speeding.
That's true.
Good point.
Breaker 19 Hex
thanks,
Jet.
baby.
Can you please lower your velocity down to 1.2
Mach.
Mach 3?
To Mach 3 from Mach 4. Yeah.
Oh man, it's funny.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about what the future holds for us here. We're in the right product. We've got the right community, got the right leader at the forefront. We've got more going on for our coin than, people like Cardano Hoskinson, who stole your money 5 years ago and is buying $1 billion ranch. Well, it's not quite $1 billion, but he bought a huge ranch up in Wyoming. He bought a 1,700 acre ranch in Wyoming. Has a 17-mile driveway, and he's paying $1 million a mile to and he's the only private citizen to own a Black Hawk jet, or Black Hawk helicopter, and
Black what?
A Black Hawk.
Black Hawk.
Black Hawk.
Black Hawk.
Black Hawk. Yes.
Yeah, Black Hawk helicopter.
Well, he owns a Black Hawk.
Yes, and supposedly now they just finally, after 5 years, have themselves smart contracts. So I hope you guys feel real good about Charles Hoskinson dumping on your head every month so that he can buy himself some luxury goods and never.
That's the
produce
crappiest
a
thing
real.
ever.
Yeah,
look,
imagine if he would have bought Hex instead. Like he could bought so many more ranches.
Imagine if he would have delivered for his community before he started, going out and flaunting it. At least Richard provided for the community. He's been present for like over a year, nonstop in chat, listening to pleb questions and answering them painstakingly, growing the community by his freaking hands. And Hoskinson goes and takes a fucking, couple of years off during the bear market and says, I'm going to go drink yak milk. Bye.
But before they had
what?
But he actually did that in Mongolia. But before,
Holy shit!
Not even kidding. But before, how selfish is it that you come up with that you how selfish is it that you get delegated proof of stake for your chain before you produce smart contracts so he can make a passive income off of the billions of ADA that he owns? So he can dump on your head all of his interest before he actually even produces anything that is of value to the actual community.
Crazy as fuck, bro.
Yep.
Wow.
It's sickening. It made my stomach. So it was someone in Hawaii that was telling me about this because they're from this area where he bought the. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I'll tell you guys. Yeah, there. So I won't tell you how he found out, but it was sickening. Like my stomach dropped. Like I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I was like, what a fucking scumbag. And then he has the nerve to call Richard Hart a scammer.
Mhm.
We went international, boys.
Heck yeah.
Finally international. I've been
Tess,
waiting
thank
on
you
being
so much.
international for so long.
I
Bruce, hit
appreciate you,
Japan
Tess.
some.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Oh man.
But XRP to me is even the more
Check this
crazier
out.
example.
I agree.
Where
They
it's-
literally have to dump millions of dollars a
where-
month to pay
Exactly,
bills.
where it's known that also what we've been accused of, that 60 or 70% of the supply is known,
Yes.
is held by the central foundation, whatever it's called, and Nagabo, he broke this down a couple of times in his streams in his very own way. But
Yes.
that's really how it works, and they are dumping on the community, on the
Every
followers,
month.
on the investors every
Yes.
other quarter, millions and
Yes.
millions of XRP, and there nobody has an issue that's listed on
Yeah.
CoinMarketCap,
And
right?
it's not even
That's
a
listed.
blockchain. It
on
is
every
literally an
exchange.
editable. It is an editable database where they can literally change who owns the coins and where those coins are at any given moment. It's not
And
even
no
censorship
progress,
resistant.
whatever,
Yep.
with the whole
And
thing.
all that horse shit about the partnerships over here in Japan,
Yeah.
Yeah.
absolute bullshit. I can tell you firsthand, bullshit. All of
Yes,
it.
exactly.
All the
right.
banks that are in the pipeline, it's run like a company. And look, I know from sales, padding that pipeline up to get your numbers up for your stock, it's a great tactic. But in crypto, you can see right through the bullshit. There is no adoption of XRP in banks today
Yeah.
using the token. No fucking way. And I was an old XRP guy from way back, and I know that it's absolute horseshit. I
Yep.
shed that like a fucking hot rock after the bull
Whatever
market
happened to
was
this Flare network with smart contracts they were going to build? Where did that go?
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
a
The Spark
promise from a
token
year
doesn't
ago.
over.
Yeah.
No, gone.
Hey, but
Fuck it all.
guys, we're being toxic right now.
Oh, sorry.
I just want.
Oh.
I just want.
We won. Done. End of story. It's
I know.
we could take a victory lap if you want, Mark.
Venting
I do
Come on,
like
go ahead.
this. I know you pulled this up, Peter, for a minute, but I love this. ADA is releasing coloring books next month. Should moon. That is awesome. That is awesome.
I mean, if socks can moon, then so can coloring books.
Yeah, I know you just got back from vacation as well, Motley. So it's hard, isn't it, man? Like I love you guys, and I wanted to come hang out with you guys, but part of me just wanted to say, you know what? There's other things I could be doing. This streaming thing takes a lot of energy, a lot of time more than anything. And I don't prepare anything beforehand, just because there's stuff is so fluid with Hex and Pulse and things going on with Hexicans in the community that I just feel like unless I'm going to do, an 8 to 10 minute video teaching people how to do something educational stuff like Hodl Dog and Coffee do, unless you're doing something like that, just scripting these out just is not worth the time it takes to do this. So many good things come up on these streams, especially with enough people on, that it's just smart for us to just go ahead and talk about the things that kind of organically pop up. But yeah, I agree with you, Papa B. XRP, what a joke. Back to the toxic maximalism.
I love it.
And I'm okay, and I'm
That
not
was
afraid
good.
to say that though,
That was
because
funny.
it's true though. I mean, show me
I
what
don't
they've
think
done.
it's,
Heximalism. I like.
Yeah, I don't think it's heximalism or maximalism. It's just understanding that something works and abiding by the fact that it works.
Yeah.
I just refuse to buy into the notion of maximalism. It's complete and utter bullshit.
Yeah,
If something works, you should be promoting the fact that it works and nothing further. It could be, I mean, you could call it whatever you want. It just happens to be called Hex, and it's that simple.
yes.
So this whole idea needs to just be gone. Like I can't. It just makes zero sense.
Dude, Pulse is going to change everything. I don't think people understand in the crypto space how much it's going to change things.
Yeah.
Watch, I think you're going to see some big projects move over most of their heavy lifting that actually uses the S load function. I think you're going to see them move to Pulse, and maybe not all at one time, but it's going to happen in the next year to two. You're going to see a lot of adoption from big name projects coming over, because
be surprised.
you're going to be able to actually use the product, and the customers are going to be able to actually use it. That's the thing. Like, I look at Compound and Aave and Balancer and some of these smart contracts out there, and I'm like, unless you're transacting with millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars per transaction, like, the ETH fees eat every bit of the margin of the money you can make using those projects. Wait till we have something that's cheap and fast and easy to use. These guys are going to, their own customers are going to be going to them saying, why aren't you guys working on this other chain? ETH is too expensive. There's no margin. It's all cut into by the gas fees from ETH. And that isn't going to go away, guys. Nobody's fixing ETH. ETH doesn't want to fix ETH. They've got their own little cartel. And the people who have billions of dollars and hundreds of millions of dollars on the ETH chain don't mind paying the exorbitant gas fee, because they're the only ones that can afford it. So they're the only ones making the spread on any of this stuff. So who cares if they come over or not? It doesn't matter. It's the retail investors who just get into this space and actually need this stuff to work who are going to adopt Pulse. Just wait, guys. This is going to be a game changer for us.
Big time. There's so many that, you know, it's funny. There's so many moving parts to PulseChain now that it's almost hard to keep up with everything that's going on that you can't even see.
Yep.
Right. Like, there's multiple people trying to get exchanges. There's multiple people trying to get on ramps. Like, everybody's trying to like pitch in some way, shape, or form, and just making it a whole thing. And people just are not aware of that, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, NFT folks are going to be coming over. I love this. Imagine once ETH 2.0 is finally rolled out in 3 years. Imagine how badly the ETH miners will drive up the network fees. It's not going to get better, guys. It is not going to get better. These miners are going to extract every bit of value that they can out of every transaction until that happens, because they know it's coming.
Yeah,
they know it's coming.
Yep. Got no choice, I guess.
Yep. I'm really excited about all of this. So I love the point that Hexbit said. That's why I'm not even considering selling my Pulse for the next 5 years. I think you'd be brilliant not to if you don't have to, just use it for transactions on staking and unstaking. And other than that, man, delegate your proof of stake to a good community node that our good friend David Fetter and another really brilliant Hexakin are building that I know of for our community right now. I got those two in contact with each other, and I wish you guys could see it, or the private chat that they're working on. Like, they know what they're doing. At least they're talking smart enough above my head that they convinced me that they know what they're doing. But these guys are, I mean, you should see David, man. That guy, Feeder, is just freaking on fire for this community, guys. Like, he just wants to provide the best experience for you guys. So he's an awesome dude. I love how genuine, and in person he's as genuine as he is on stream. Even with the creepy Richard breathing down his neck behind him.
The oiled up Richard.
Yeah.
I loved his dance on the casket in the music video.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it too.
He's
dude.
just swinging, you know.
Yep. It was so
Looking
good.
real sharp.
I agree with this, Eagle. We should hope ETH 2.0 comes out. EHEX is not going away. I would like to see expensive hex everywhere. It's not going away. It is. Dude, there's people that have too much economic energy invested in the ETH hex. Why would they destroy their price? One of the most powerful people on the planet. All hail the Federation.
It's nice.
I love it. That is great.
Well done, Crypto33.
Yeah, that is really good. Federation.
I love it, guys. That is so cool. That is so cool. Yeah, he's working hard for you guys. He really is. I had to step away from that project because I don't provide a lot of value into that. I'm glad I got the right connections. We got the data center guy working with David right now. I mean, he's trying to step it up to be the best possible. Like we're putting real money into real hardware solutions for this because we want it to be fast and reliable and redundant in case it goes down, and redundant in more than one location, so that your guys' delegated stakes don't ever lose any value. But he's on it, man. I just don't provide enough value in there, so I let him loose, and we're investing in the hardware to make it happen. So
delegated stakes wouldn't lose value, right? The payout would just be changed. It's not slashing that passes down to delegators, is it?
No, I don't believe it does. No, it does to the node. Well, it does to the validator, not to the delegator, from my understanding. So we'll see. We'll wait to see how the code is finally released, but because they might tweak some things before the time comes out. But
the delegator will or the validator will decide how much of the rewards delegators get, right?
Well, yeah. So your payout may be depending on how much the validator gets slashed. As a delegator, your return will be affected by that, absolutely. But that doesn't mean that you will lose coins for being delegated to a bad validator.
Bad validator.
Here's my thought on this whole P-Hex, E-Hex situation. I think once all these stakes, start ending and people have then experienced both sides, it becomes a different situation, because then people are going to have to make a decision. Do I restake on Ethereum, or do I move my product over to PulseChain?
Yep.
And
there is a third one.
What's the third one?
If I can.
Wolf?
You can provide liquidity for the.
Hey, enough with the double fist.
I'm sorry.
You can provide liquidity.
Yeah, you're ready for Berlin now, man. We party together.
Techno Viking.
Just next takeover. Sorry.
So that's a good point, and I think it's going to be. I worry about the impermanent loss, though, of being a liquidity provider.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're into providing liquidity, that's all fine and well, but you understand you're not making no money doing that. You're just providing liquidity.
Yeah, and you'll make money, just not near as much as you could if you were just to stake it. So.
I think you go where the APY is, Wales. What do you think?
I mean, that's a smart move. Again, look, it's about liquidity preference at that point, right? When it comes to Pulse, it's going to be a one-day scenario. It's not going to be a time lock like Hex. But when we're talking about Hex, right, it's a different ball game. If you're looking to provide liquidity, it should simply be based on liquidity preference, because when you're staking a coin, you can't just snatch it like you can when you're providing liquidity. When you're providing liquidity, you can just snatch your coins. So that's the way I view it.
Yeah, it's a good point. So there's guys like, and I don't know, I've never seen the structure of Overwatch partners or whatever, but Rackham has said in the past that they, through contractual obligation, can't stake their Hex. I don't know what the outline or the reason behind that is, but if that is true, and I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that it is, if that is true, then liquidity providing, I don't think violates that. So we can have big players like him and his partners providing liquidity just to make sure that there's enough, liquidity to exit and enter the system without affecting the price too overly dramatic. And at the same time, they can get an APY for doing so. So there might be some benefit to doing that.
Or get the liquidity rewards going.
So I don't know what their situation looks like and why that is set up the way that it is, but maybe in that case, the third option is as Peter so thrustedly presented to us, might be another option for them to do. And it could be a way to help the community as well. But I think you're right. I think there's a lot of arbitraging that's going to go back and forth between the two chains. If it's cheaper in one place, why would you not buy it up to parity to the other side, even if it means you can move that cheaper Hex back over to the other side and then arbitrage it back down to the price of the other, to the price of Hex that you just bought back up.
You have the price of Hex, but then also the T-share price, right?
Yeah, and I think your T-share price will ratchet. Well, I know for a fact it'll ratchet up faster on the Pulse side because more people are going to be staking and unstaking. So I think I think that artificial inflation of the T rate is going to pull up the EHEX price at the same time because of the T-share rate ratcheting up so fast on Pulse.
By the way, T-shares. Did you guys notice that the share price is going up faster than it was going before?
No, I didn't even notice. I've been in Hawaii, bro. You got to tell me these things.
It's, I don't know, it's like 25 hex per day.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Wait, what? What's 25 hex a day?
or
T-share price.
The share price.
It's
yes. Getting up faster.
It's almost at 19,000, right?
Damn.
Yeah.
Remember when it was 10,000? Does anyone remember that? When it was
No,
10,000?
by the time I showed up, it was already kind of up there. Not really above 12. It was right below 12. It was like 11,000 or so.
Dude, it's doubled.
Yeah.
In less than 2 years.
I can remember when I was in Switzerland. What was that? A week ago or 2 weeks ago? And someone told me, yeah, T-shirts are now $9,000 or $8,500. I was like, wait, what? In my head, it was still 2,000 or something, and all of a sudden it's 9,000. It's insane.
I thought it started at 10,000 Metallic Elmo. I could be wrong, so I am not saying that I am correct, but
it counts in the bonuses.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Oh, if you include, the longer you stake in getting that bonus, that's right. You didn't need as many T-shares.
It's funny now. I look at a $7,000 T-share is cheap.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
that's crazy, right?
Soon, T-shares are going to be more expensive than Bitcoin, especially when Bitcoin in this bear market drops to 10K.
It's going to be hilarious, man. They're going to pull that sack like it's something to do. People are going to learn about markets really well in this cycle. Yeah, they're going to learn.
Yep.
So
I love it.
You actually got the IMF. Hold on, Marco. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. You actually got the IMF on the horn today. They're out there talking, making headlines. And these are the kind of things you need to be paying attention to, not the chart.
Huh, yeah.
And what was the message from IMF?
Basically, they thought they had inflation under control, but they no longer do. So good
see,
luck to you.
So I stopped watching as much Hex content as I used to. I used to just geek out 24/7. And then I started thinking to myself, we're just recycling so much of this information amongst this community. I need to go back out and get information from outside of this community like I was doing before I became so involved in Hex. And so I started watching George Gammon again. I started watching Valuetainment again. I started watching some of these guys that have a bigger macro and things that are outside of the crypto space, but that affect the crypto space. And I love what this last Sunday night, what George Gammon said on his live stream. He was talking about how these guys make you think that they are the Fed, especially, are the all-knowing, all-seeing entity that can affect everything. But the reality is they contradict themselves constantly, which leads you to believe like these guys are just making it up as they go. Oh, wait, we need the inflation. Oh, wait, inflation's getting out of control. Well, if you knew this was coming down the pipeline, you would have been able to fix it before it happened. So these guys are really ineffectual, other than the fact of overreacting once they need to make a choice one way or the other. So you guys need to be paying attention, like Wales is telling you guys. These guys don't have the control they think they do over these markets. So when they're telling you we need to pull back inflation or we need this extra inflation, they're just telling you that because that's the way the current is ebbing and flowing right now. And they just need to be on the right side of convincing the sheep that they're right. So you guys just learn for yourselves, get educated, listen to Wales. He'll teach you a lot about macro. Watch some of these macro guys. And they'll tell you, these guys are just faking it. And all they're doing is it's all about power and control over you and your everyday life. So take that back from them. Take that power and control from them. Get yourself some Hex. Get yourself some financial freedom.
I was wondering
some money printer.
I was wondering if this whole world is burning because of inflation. Would you go on the street and scream Hex user unaffected? That's pretty savage, man.
It is pretty savage, man. I think I would try. I would do it.
Probably
too.
going to happen.
The whole world just burning. Like, no,
Why
nah, I'm good.
Hexibit. Telegram is the best place. I get on Twitter like
OnlyFans.
every other couple days just because it's so easy to get lost on that, and then I don't get work done, and I just sit there and I just tweet and retweet everything on people. So I purposely stay away from crypto Twitter. But at the Real Kinetics, KNTX on Telegram, it's probably the best way to get a hold of me, man. So I'm always looking for new ideas, and if there's something that we can't do or our team can't take advantage of, I will put you in contact with others in the community that are thinking along the same lines. I love being that bridge connector between networks. I love that networking. That is really my specialty, is putting people in contact with other people that can help their ideas become real, because I literally don't have the bandwidth or the time really to make everybody's dreams a reality. But you guys have so many freaking good ideas. This community builds more than any other. We got a publicly traded trust. We've got a trust company that's setting up trusts for hexagons for legacy wealth. We've got a trust company coming into play. We've got a documentary with Emmy award-winning filmmakers. Like, we're building real stuff in this community, guys. We've got people building node validators. We've got guys building projects on top of stablecoin projects on top of Pulse. Like, dude, we're actually building stuff, guys. Like, this community, I think, is more active than the ETH community themselves. I really do believe that.
Don't forget about the insane customer service we have. You can ask a question wherever, and like 10 to 30 hexagons will answer you.
That is true, but there's a caveat to that. There's a disclaimer. If anyone DMs you telling you that they are Hex customer or Pulse customer service, they are trying to scam you. Okay.
Yep.
Das Bomb. What's up, buddy?
Das
Good
Bomb.
to see you again, buddy.
Hey, Wales. I was wondering why you weren't mentioning the Lebanese bank riots that are breaking out right now, the closures in Lebanon.
Hey, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I try to keep it as low key as possible. People already think I'll be too pushy with talking about basic stuff, so I'm just trying to keep it dialed back, man.
Well, yeah, but this is right up your alley, man. It's like you got the Middle East, you got bank closures that hey, say you can't get your money out, not your keys, not your fiat, basically, and people aren't standing for it. They're going freaking aggro in Lebanon right now.
Yeah, rightfully so. Right, rightfully so. Imagine if somebody just told you you can't have your money back.
It could be the States at some point as well. Don't mean to be alarmist, but this is possible now.
Yeah,
that
it's
happened
highly
a few
probable.
years ago in Greece. So
it's already happened here. It's already happened here. People just choose to forget because it didn't happen to them. But it's already happened here. So it's highly probable that it can happen again because people are being just as irresponsible now as they've always been.
But they're doing it with more leverage.
Exactly. but with more leverage, right? Because
more leverage.
We've never delevered. Never. There's never been this so-called beautiful deleveraging this clown keeps talking about. Where? Show it to me on the chart. Because this is their data and you can't see it there. Right? So clearly it never happened. So get out of here.
Meanwhile, Das Bomb just strokes his pussy.
I always do.
Every day. And he's out. That's
red card.
one, man.
I think that might have been the red card. We'll bring him back in the green room after the show's over. So,
can I give a quick shout out to the hip hop community and the hip hop fans and Hex, because this another news that broke last week, Thursday, Friday, because we get the highly known rapper Rich the Kid is now a Hexagon, and I thought that is big news. And he
tweeted about it. Not only
a tweet to Richard, and he's influential in that music industry, of course. And if somebody like him who represents the new hip hop, the modern day, what the young kids listen to, not the classic stuff from the 90s. His music only came out last 3-4 years where he's been active. And he has 2 million followers on his Twitter account alone. And when he starts tweeting about Hex, and like he sent a message out to Richard, so I thought that was very big news, and that might, catch on to other people in that space too, if trying to emulate what he's doing. So I think that was pretty big last week. And as a homage to this whole thing, I put out a little Rich the Kid mixtape on my Mixcloud, which has a bit of buzz in the community right now. So just like to thank everybody for supporting that initiative and clicking and retweeting, and that's pretty cool what we can achieve.
Nice. I don't even know who this person is, so good stuff.
I didn't know.
Rich the Kid.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Oh man, that's that trap sound from Atlanta. It's
proper. Cryptomatic.
Doesn't matter who he is. He's big enough to have 2.3 million eyes watching him.
That's exactly right. So that's good stuff.
Someone with a big following that gets it. We need more of those guys. Yeah. Someone with big followings that get it.
Yeah, I mean it's
DJ
good for him.
Little keeps shilling Hex pretty hard on his Twitter.
Who does?
DJ
Lethal.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Dude, he's. I would love to talk with that guy. It is so cool.
We need to spam him. Get him here.
Right. I reached out to Justice Hill. He's such a cool dude. Like I reached out to him on Twitter and we were messaging back and forth, and he just wants to help people get wealthy, and it helped him. So he's so secure now with his finances thanks to Hex. Like obviously he's a professional athlete. He was already doing very well for himself, but now he feels like he can make the moves and say the things that he wants to say, that if he loses his job, because of the politics behind what's going on, he doesn't fucking care because he's good. He's taken his own financial sovereignty into his own hands. So
you heard that? You heard what that sounds like? Sounds like freedom to me. Let that shit rain. Boom.
I love it.
Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
So I listened to Tom Bilyeu. I listened to his interview with Anthony Pompliano, and he didn't get into Bitcoin maximalism, which I love that he didn't do so. And then he talked to Raoul Pal, and all of those guys do believe, and I think we have an ally in one regard with those guys, is that they believe in financial freedom. They believe in taking back the power from the existing power structure that takes your sovereignty of money and your freedom away from you. They were taught, like Raoul Pal had some really awesome things to talk with Tom Bilyeu about at this accredited investor, and what a scam that is, that you have to be an accredited investor to invest in startup companies, when just because you may be an MIT graduate that understands economics, but you don't have $1 million yet, you're not allowed to invest in what the rich people can. And you have to go through a financial institution that they get to be the middleman on to make it happen. They had some really great points that I really agree with. So if you guys will watch that Tom Bilyeu and Raoul Pal, if you Hexicans, I call to action for you Hexicans, reach out to Tom Bilyeu. He's got almost 2.5 million subscribers on YouTube. He's an entrepreneur. It'd be awesome to get Hex and Richard Hart on his show in the eyes of his people, because he admits that he is a horrible investor, but he's awesome at building new businesses and making himself extremely wealthy. And now he wants to teach others how to invest. So he's taking his followers and taking his subscribers on this journey of learning to invest, and cryptocurrencies is where he's most passionate and excited about right now. And so if we can just get in front of him and his audience, guys, I think Richard Hart coming on his show could be a game changer. Not just for Hexicans, but for the people that have never seen Hex and won't see it because it's not on page 1 of CoinMarketCap. I think we can save some people, guys. I really do. And Tom Bilyeu is genuinely a good guy. He really is. Regardless what you guys think of Pomp and what you think of Raoul Pal, who cares about those guys? Tom Bilyeu and his audience are who we should be aiming for.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good audience to target because it's a very general audience, and they cover a broad set of topics, right? They don't just cover crypto stuff; they cover everything there. So that's the right audience to target.
I'm half tempted to start up so I have a whole 17 subscribers on my personal YouTube. I know, 17, bro, 17. But I know, but I'm half tempted to talk about macroeconomics and personal finance, and then roll Hex into it in a roundabout way, show them what they want and then give them what they need. I'm half tempted to do that. I wish I had more time to build up another channel to do that. So it wasn't Hex specific like Discourse Syndicate, but also be able to draw more people in that aren't interested in looking at those things yet, but that have other interests outside of crypto. And I would love, because I've got a lot of financial interest and a lot of financial knowledge that I'd love to spread with people and then make them aware of Hex at the same time. So miles ahead, we'll give you more information as it comes along. We have some people we're waiting to see who wants to invest in the trust company. So we don't really want to do a lot of explaining what it will do, but there's a publicly traded trust and a trust company that is being worked on. So, but like going back to the point that I just made, I just saw your guys' comments in there. We'll expound more on that later. We've got a great team. We've got a team of financial advisors, accountants, and now even SEC attorneys that are working on all of this stuff. And things are going great, huh, Wales?
Yeah, pretty much.
And we're so excited about what's coming, guys. You guys don't, I don't think people understand. Some of you do get this, but a lot of people don't understand just how much legitimacy within this space, as well as legacy finance, this is going to give us. And we're going to be one of the few crypto projects that are, have that clout in the financial markets as well as crypto themselves. So if any of you guys have a personal finance background or a macroeconomics or something that can garner a 2 million person viewing audience, continue forward with that. And then every now and then just drop that seed about Hex. And that's why I like Hex. And that's why I like Hex. So since I probably am not going to get to that idea anytime soon, I'm allowing all of you guys to front run me on this one. Get yourselves known out there in Instagram and on YouTube, and then let them know about Hex because they all need to know about it. And then with that, what were you going to say there, Mr. Average Cloud?
Outro.
An average outro.